So find a comfortable place to sit or lie down, somewhere you won't be disturbed for the next 15 or 20 minutes. Close your eyes or soften your gaze downwards and take a big, deep breath in and let it go. Another breath in and release. Once more and release. Breathing in the possibility, breathing out the tension. This is a journey inwards, not to find answers you already know, but discover what's trying to emerge through you, what wants to be born, what's calling from the future. You don't need to force anything, just listen. Let's begin with your life right now, as it is. What's been showing up for you lately? Not on the surface, the kind of appointments and tasks and the daily chores, but the deeper currents. Do you notice any themes that keep repeating themselves? What conversations won't leave you alone? Are there any problems you're noticing everywhere you turn? Maybe there's something you keep saying, "Oh, I'll do that one day," but you don't. Or even a feeling that something's missing, or something's trying to break through. Don't judge it or analyse, just notice it. Now think about the moments when you feel most alive, most yourself. What are you doing? Who are you with? What are you creating or contributing? And what about the moments when you feel frustrated, restless, like the world isn't quite right? What bothers you then? And what do you wish was different? These aren't random things, these are signals. Your unconscious mind is trying to show you what really matters. Let these things speak for themselves and listen to what they're saying. Now I want you to widen your awareness and think about the world around you. Not the noise, not the daily news cycles, social media, people trying to panic you or make you feel awkward, but the deeper shifts that are happening in the world around you. What's changing in that world? What do you feel in your bones are the underlying currents? And what possibilities are opening up? What new things are becoming possible that weren't possible before? What's breaking down that needs to break down completely? And while you look at the world, what problems in the world touch you personally? Those aren't the ones you're supposed to care about or you're told to care about, but the ones that actually you do care about. The ones that, if you had unlimited resources and money and time, you'd really put your efforts into it. And taking that theme or themes, I'd like you now to imagine 50 years or even 100 years from now. What would you hope exists then? What do you hope has healed? What do you hope has been created? Now let yourself feel that, not as a fantasy, but as a possibility. What future is trying to pull you forwards? Really get into that feeling. So now we've had the first part, which is all about yourself and your own world, and the second part, looking out into the wider world. And I'm going to try and bring those two together and look for the shapes and patterns that are emerging. Where do your personal goals and ambitions and feelings meet the world and the problems in the world? What's calling you? Not those around you, not people you're close to emotionally, but what is calling you personally? And as you settle into that, try and picture it, try and describe it in your own mind, try and get that intersection between yourself and the world in this really long time scale, multi-generational, thinking about your children or your nephews or nieces or just the next generation and what you're going to leave them. Not just financially or assets, but what actions will you have taken to leave them something more sacred, more special, not egoic, just solid. So this is your moonshot. This is where your moonshot lives. It might be fuzzy at the moment, but you can come back and listen to this again, and each time you might find a different way of describing it or a different way of seeing the ground, this sacred ground. It's not just about you and your ego. It's not just about the world. It's about the unique contribution that only you can make. So now look at the moonshot and the ground it's on and where you are now, the space between the two. And imagine you have a mission to move from where you are now to achieve this great big goal 100 years out, or maybe 50 years out. Probably won't be finished in your lifetime. It will be something that requires others to carry it forward for you. Okay, so don't overthink it. Just imagine that mission and give it a phrase, give it a feeling, let it rise up. It may still be quite fuzzy, but there's something emerging there. Now think maybe halfway down the path, maybe 25 or 50 years out, when maybe you've got to hand over the reins or pass on the ideas or the real passion you have about this thing to the next generation. What does that look like halfway down the track? What will get people motivated to carry on with the movement? What types of people are they? What do you want to hand over to them? Not money, not stuff, but what other things? What possibility do you want to hand to them? What mission, what momentum, what healing or creation do you want them to continue to further the cause? And imagine them looking back at you halfway down this track, saying, thank you for starting this, thank you for believing it was possible. And what was it that you started? That feather-like motion that created the storm or the tornado at the end. So I'd now like you to take another deep breath. You don't need all the answers right now, but hopefully something has stirred, something has been awakened. And in a moment, you'll open your eyes and return to the room. And when you do, I want you to capture what came through as best you can. Any images, any words, any feelings. Because this is the beginning of your moonshot. So take one more deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. And welcome back to the present.